Okay. We would take the 145 off, which is the early termination.
You guys never sent me a notice that it is going from suspension to termination. It gave me a chance to call and respond and say this would charge you more money. You never...
We're showing we sent out a disconnect letter back on May 29th, 3 disconnect letters. And then we've been calling you, left a message on an answering machine.
Well, I haven't heard any messages.
And after we sent out the settlement letter, we're showing we called again on June 20th.
I did.
30th, called the primary line. Now, I don't know if you have the primary line or not. But
Yes, we do have the primary line. Yes, we have the landline. Is that what you're talking about?
no, I'm talking about the primary line on this account.
Oh, well,
There's only one line on this. So
look, my roommate, he just said a message had come. He didn't tell me exactly what it said. He said to call you guys. I couldn't call you. I didn't have the money to make deal. I didn't know for sure whether I'd be receiving. They said I may be eligible for extended benefits. They didn't say I am. There's so many people out there in this boat. You don't want to just alienate your people that have been loyal to you. You have to work with people. Please, I'm imploring you. What do you want to do? Ruin 7 million people's credit?
no, so that's not what my objective is.
Well, then make the deal, please.
It's good for 15 days.
Well, make it good for 100 days. Make it good for a year. You have to work with them people. You know you do. You're going to just, this is going on YouTube. This is going to be watched by hundreds of thousands of people.
Right, sure. I cannot help you. Might have to give you someone else.
How are you today?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good. I'm doing my best to resolve this matter. I hope have they clued you in a little about what I am asking of you guys. We've been with you a long time, and I really need this line because I don't know whether they told you, but I am saving the world from nuclear annihilation. I know how to do it. It may sound crazy what you're hearing. It starts with doing simulator tests in automobile simulators to at least explore whether marijuana inhibits the ability to operate a motor vehicle, because from that question being answered, it's going to answer very many more questions in our society. At the same time, it's going to protect innocent kids that are dying because they're not doing these tests correctly. They're not doing the test correctly with cigarettes, and that people dropping cigarettes while driving causes a lot of accidents, and they're not showing it on these tests. And these tests, and look, it's going to hopefully save our cities, our states, our country. And once we get our country solved, we can, because the rest of the world's coming around, like, you know what's going on in Iran, because of Verizon Live, people like you that have these cell phones that are letting people now in these countries where they can't receive any outside media, they're able to spread the word through what you're doing and your technology. But right now, people are hurting, Steve. 10% of the people are out of work. That means 10% of your customers need you to work with them through this hard time. By working with the customers, this is all going on YouTube. You want to be the people known as the company that put what do you have, 70 million customers approximately?
Yeah.
Do you want to put bad credit on 7 million people in this country, or do you want to work with American people? And people will realize this, and you will be the leader of all the cell phone. You're one of the biggest companies. I know how you guys bring in. I had it figured out, like per month. Okay, now you might lose a little at first. You might lose 10% of your thing. You might have to cut your advertising back 20%. Instead of 10, watching 10 Verizon, I'm still going to know that guy that does it. He does a great job. People will still see 8. Your executives might have to take a 10% cut in their bonus just for like maybe a year, is it? And you might have to slow down the production of your next technology by approximately 10%. But what good is it to have a new technology that only 50 or 60% of interested people can afford, when maybe you cut it back and maybe it takes 10, 15% longer before the technology comes out, and by then 85 to 90% of interested people will be able to afford this new technology. Your technology has to grow in demand, right? That's the way to do business, correct?
Correct.
So you have to work. This is all going on YouTube. No, I have some ideas, no one's heard of, but this is going on YouTube. Do you want to be known as a company that's going to put 7 million people credit bad, or having to make a choice? Well, do I want my phone, or do I want my home to live in? Okay, I'm just going to let my credit go bad and at least keep my home, because we're in that boat right now. And it went from 164. You gave me a deal for 131. You never sent me anything in writing that it's going to switch from a suspension to a termination. Or, or I would have called, because but I couldn't call you in this 15 days because I had a company I worked for, and the boss had been corrupt. Every day I sit there and preached about the corruption that's killing our country, and then every day he let one guy go into nice areas and kept me and the other guy into poor areas so he would get the kickback. And I proved, because for my unemployment I had a mediator, correct? And the mediator sided with me because he had been corrupt. There's other people that have lost jobs due to the big fat executives getting too much money, and then they're losing their job, and now they're stuck, and there's people hurting. I know you're a good company. You've always worked with me before. We've been with you like 9 years on one, 7 on the other. I've always, anytime I call, people have been super helpful. I really believe you're a great company. This is all going on YouTube, sir. Okay. You want to be a leader. You don't want to alienate people. I guarantee people that you work with people, you're going to gain more business in the end. I guarantee you. Please, I know what I'm talking about. Okay, Steve?
Let me tell you what I can go ahead and do for you.
Okay.
What I can do is I've reviewed the notes on it, and what I can do on that is that what will be needed to be paid would be $156.92. And if you go ahead and take care of the $156.92, I'll start the process of getting your services reinstated.
And then how long would it be before I owe my next bill?
If your next bill was right here.
Don't tell me in 10 days or something.
No.
I'll have at least like 25 to 30, something reasonable. Because my bill will be on a new day from now on because of the way it's worked out. Correct?
Right. Honestly, your next due date would be, September 10th.
September 10th?
Yes.
And then when I pay it, it will be paying for the next month.
Correct.
So you're actually going to give me 7 weeks from now. I appreciate you working with me, and I can see the 150 in that I'm paid for more than a month then.
Right.
Okay, you know what, Steve? I knew you guys would come through, because I